Hi guys, I'm Kim. You're watching Kim Wilson TV. My channel is dedicated to helping victims of narcissistic abuse get free, stay free, and never have to return to that nightmare again. Now, when I really think about healing, I want that to be something that's happening inside of me. I have just been gravely influenced by a lunatic for 5 years, and I do not want now to be influenced by, pop culture's kind of ideas about healing in the inner child. I really don't need a lot of psychobabble. What I need in my life right now for my healing is the facts. Take a serious hard look at what just happened, how I am truly, authentically feeling about that, and then working through that. You know, being influenced to forgive before you're ready, it to me is utter bullshit. Healing has got to come from you determining and truly establishing what your emotional sense of authenticity is. And if you don't come to terms with the fact that you have been gravely shit on, you're just going to struggle to move past this. Now, recently, I saw a YouTube video with this woman suggesting that your narcissist is actually an angel in disguise, come to teach you how to heal your inner child. Now, after I got off the floor laughing, Jesus, my God, it's almost like we've been so fractured, so abused, so diminished, that even well into recovery, we can't call a spade a spade. We are still compensating for them, making excuses for them, aiding in their abuse. They're not angels. They're fucking human beings. Mentally ill human beings who are deplorable, disgusting, lying, cheating pieces of shit who feed off your pain. They're monsters. They're animals. They are not angels. Where this psycho babble comes from, honest to God. Oh my God. This woman looked and sounded so broken to me, so victimized, that it had become a permanent lifetime state for her. I'm not buying into lifetime victimization. Not at all. I am simply not buying the psychobabble, angels in disguise come to teach me how to heal my inner child, because as a critical thinker, I know what the facts are, minus all the fairies and unicorns. The fact is this: my narcissist, your narcissist, all of the narcissists are human beings. They're not angels. They are a cluster of human beings that are mentally ill. They are sociopaths, psychopaths, they are narcissists, they are from the cluster B group of the mentally ill. They are clinically diagnosable human beings who are horrible and rotten right to their core. They are not angels in disguise, come to teach you how to heal your inner child. Now, whether or not you have gotten free from your narc or you're still in their evil clutches, uh, you're hurt, you're fractured, your life has just been absolutely flipped upside down. And now you're at YouTube and you're looking for answers to what the fuck just happened to you. If you're coming across videos that say, 20 ways to piss off your narcissist, 7 things to say to your narcissist, and you're feeding into this bullshit, you better be careful, because all of that is geared at you engaging. Now, my advice is disengage. Get the fuck away from this monster. If you think you're all armed up and ready with your 7 things to say to your narcissist and you're just going to go storm the gates and dump that shit on them, I'm here to tell you, you're going to get an ass kicking like you've never had before. You're leaving sniveling, whining, crying. You yourself will be the one responsible for tearing open all those wounds again. If you go back, you've got no one to blame but yourself. So be very careful whose advice you take. Disengage. Do not buy into that bullshit. Now, I am never going to be a fan of life coaches suggesting people go on medication. Now, one of the huge aspects of coming out of a relationship with a narcissist is you have just been subjected to some seriously intense mind fuckery. Your mind has been manipulated, controlled, dominated. Now, for you to walk away from there, when you now have an opportunity to get a clear mind, to actually find your true, emotional and mental state of authenticity and now mask it with medication. I mean, seriously, guys, come on. This is not the way to do this. I truly hope you recognize that, taking dangerous, addictive barbiturates and mood-altering drugs at this time is really not the way to go. If you can just sit in the horror that you're experiencing for a minute, I promise you it will dissipate in a true and healthy way, and you will walk away from it without a bloody barbiturate dependency. This is bad advice. I think a really positive step towards recovery is really recognizing the mental, emotional, and physical toll all of this has taken on you. Now, I know myself, every time I've gone back to my narc, oh my God, I just start looking like I've got hepatitis. I mean, I get so exhausted, so worn down from it all. My skin color's not right. I start losing weight and turn into just, skeleton girl almost instantly because I just can't even eat around him. And I start to become very, very physically beaten. So what I did as part of my first steps to recovery from narcissistic abuse was I got the juicer out. Now, I've always had a very clean diet. I don't eat any genetically modified foods. I don't eat, I've got a pretty clean chemical-free diet. But, go get a juicer, get some kale, get some Swiss chard, get some super greens, get juicing, get your body strong. Your body has definitely been impacted by this abuse. I mean, that's why you feel fatigued and weak, and you need to nurture your body. Get some vitamins, minerals, and nutrients into your body. It'll feed your mind, and your mind will be clear, and you will be able to make some good, sound choices for yourself. For me, staying grounded in the reality of the situation is, far more important than, watching videos, presenting magic garden nymphs flying on the backs of unicorns to Santa's toy factory. Psychobabble isn't cutting it for me right now. I need to stay really, really connected in the truth and the facts of this situation. One reality is this. The possibility of each of us being here is 1 in 400 trillion. That's what the odds are of you being here. This is not an accident. This is a miracle. That's where the real magic is. This is your one shot at a quality life. And yes, the narc did some horrible, horrible fucking shit to you. They are deplorable, disgusting slugs. But the reality is now you're waking up. The fog is clearing. And you are now responsible for your own recovery. You can drag this out, lay in bed, let the cat litter flow over. Don't wash your dishes every day. Shower, once a week. But in the end, you need to snap out of it, sister. Snap out of it. Wake up. Get your big girl panties on. Get that fucking victim suit off and take control of your life, your mind, your emotions, and your soul. This is your responsibility. I really feel like over the last 5 years with my narcissist that every aspect of my being has been pushed and pulled and taunted and toyed with and sabotaged. And, I could, try to be the bigger person. I could try to be the nice guy again because, that got me so far. I can try and live outside of myself again, as I just did, living on eggshells for 5 years with that turd. Or I could truly get in touch with, where I'm at emotionally, mentally, physically, psychologically about this horrendous level of abuse that I just lived through. So the first affirmation for today. Now, I don't have any sounds of waves or rustling trees behind me, so you can imagine those. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth and repeat after me. You're a lying, cheating, motherfucking piece of shit. I hate your fucking guts. And you, buddy, you can lick my ass. That's the first affirmation for today. Now, for our second affirmation, again, we will breathe in through our nose and out through our mouth. Please repeat after me. Every minute I spent with you, you miserable, depressed, deplorable, soul-eating piece of shit, was a nightmare. I am so fucking happy to be rid of you, you soul-sucking loser. This is our third and last affirmation for today. Again, we're going to breathe in through our nose and out through our mouth. Please repeat after me. You are a frightened worm of a human being. You hate yourself. Therefore, you are unable to love anyone. You are a scumbag. You are a lying, cheating thief. You are an underachiever. And you are a complete and utter turd. Go fuck yourself, loser. Now, that was number 3. Now, free your mind of it. Just let it go. Say it and let it go. Now, as you start your journey, away from the narcissist and you start your healing journey, do not get too caught up in the psychobabble. I think, for me, it's always been best that I stay completely grounded in the facts as I understand the facts. I showed up at that party with a basket full of love, absolute unconditional love. And in exchange for the love that I took to that horrible relationship, I was harmed and injured in ways completely unimaginable. Now, after sucking up all that shit for 5 years, am I really, really expected to now dump more guilt and more shame on myself, thinking, oh God, now I need to forgive because forgiveness is the right thing to do. Now I need to take a look at my inner child because Buddy just beat the shit out of me. Back the fuck off with all this extra expectations. You need to find out what your true and authentic emotional self is and become reactive in that moment. If you're mad, be mad and let it go. Do not feel any guilt or shame whatsoever. Being true and authentic to yourself now. You need a really good friend, and I hope that you will be a really good friend to yourself. And if you're having a hard time being a friend to yourself right now, take my hand. Take my hand, and we will get through this together. Be safe, my friends. Live today narc-free. Don't ever go back for more of it. You're a really good person, and I wish you well.